on have more control and lose weight easier. And the topic for today's video comes from somebody that I was talking to earlier that told me that she loses absolute control while at work for some unknown reason because her cravings get the best of her. And I'm going to share with you exactly what I told her so you can understand why this may be happening to you and how to just fix the situation that you're currently in. And if you're, currently experiencing that or you have experienced this before, just type me down below so I know this video relates to you. And let me know if you're watching me on the live, type live down below, or if you're watching me at a later time on the replay, just type replay down below so I know you saw this video at a later time and you got this information. So I was talking to this person and I asked her kind of in detail, why does this happen? Why do you lose control at certain times in the day at work and start binge eating? And we started to kind of unpack this a little bit. And what she told me is that she has a small breakfast, right? She has a small lunch, and then a few hours later, she loses absolute control, starts eating uncontrollably, and she feels like it's not controllable. She's doing something wrong, and her cravings get the best of her. And what you start to realize is that this happens not because of any kind of crazy, emotional thing. It's because of hunger. When you look at what you eat previously to this situation happening, so before the binge eating occurs, your tiny breakfast isn't enough in the first place, and the small wrap that she said she was having for lunch isn't nearly enough either. So what I recommended, and I suggest this for the people that may be also experiencing this, is to focus on eating more throughout the day so you eliminate or reduce the chance of the binge eating happening. But this is also a problem because a lot of people have the all or nothing mentality in regards to weight loss. They think that eating less is going to be better for them because they're going to lose weight faster, they'll get to their goal faster. But that's actually completely wrong because the less you eat, the higher chance of failure you have because you're going to have a higher chance of binge eating and going way over your calories. And that's not what you want to do. I understand that people have the mentality of eating less, lose more weight. It sounds plausible. It sounds like it should work. It just sounds like it should work. It doesn't work because you may survive these few days by the skin of your teeth. But what happens later on? You will end up eating way more than you should because your cravings will get the best of you. Whereas if you started to eat more from the beginning, these occurrences wouldn't happen. And I'm gonna put this, on a numbers kind of in a numbers perspective. So, for example, let's say your breakfast is 200 calories and your lunch is 400 calories. So 200 plus 400. Let's say it's 600. You had 600 calories, which is not a lot for most people. And you already had breakfast and lunch, where they actually just snacks, if you want to put it like that. But a few hours go by, that food didn't fill you up, and now you have delicious pizza, cookies in the break room. Maybe you have a vending machine there, somebody's doing takeout, and you're so hungry that you have no choice but to eat that food. Whereas if you were to make your breakfast, let's say 400 calories, which is double, you make your lunch, let's say 800 calories, make that lunch a lot bigger. Then once that food becomes or gets in front of you, and that opportunity to eat that food is in front of you, you don't want to because you're already so full from the beginning. Now, if you weren't full, you already had, let's say, 600 calories, maybe you lose control and you eat an extra 1,500 or 2,000 calories because you lose every bit of control. But that's way more. Whereas if you had made the meals beforehand higher calories, this huge amount of extra calories from binge eating wouldn't happen because you would be already super full. You wouldn't want to eat that food, and you would actually end up eating less throughout the entirety of the day. So, eating more is the answer. It's not how little can I eat and just get away with. That's the wrong mentality. You have to understand how much can I eat while losing weight because that is a much more approachable process. You can't get by the skin of your teeth. And if this is all making sense to you, just type me down below so I know you actually understand what I mean. And I see this across the board with a lot of people. They think that the less they eat, the better it is for them. And it sounds right on the very surface level, but if you get deeper into this, it doesn't work that way. It's not sustainable, and you end up feeling defeated and just repeating the same yo-yo cycle over and over again. And the way that looks like is you're going to eat very little, survive, eat a whole bunch more, feel like a failure, feel guilty, and just repeat the same cycle again with a whole different diet. that you try just doesn't work for you. So you have to eat more from the beginning, because the less you eat, the higher chance of binge eating occurs, and the more this happens, the less chance you have of making this actually sustainable. So I hope this story kind of makes sense to you. And if it makes sense to you, if you got any value from this video, just drop a fire emoji down below. Share this video with maybe somebody else that also can use this information. Drop a, tag them in the comments so they can also see this video. And eating more from the beginning is the right thing to do. Now, this has to be right for your nutritional goals. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to eat everything. It has to be enough for your goals, but do not try to eat as little as possible. That is not going to work. That's going to make you feel guilty and make you just repeat the same cycle over and over again until you just give up and say, this is not for me. So I hope this video made sense to you today, and let me know down below if you want any other topics to be covered, and I'll see you next time.